Hello, yes, this is your girl, Queen of Commentary, and we are back with another video. Yes, and you know what? Our celebrity visual today is going to be, let me see. Oh, Jennifer Hudson and Common. Yes, so I thought that would be fun for you guys to look at some random photos of them while you listen to my commentary on the topic. All right, but before we get into the topic, you know what to do. Thumbs up this video, subscribe if you have not already. Okay, cut your notifications on and leave us a comment. I am trying to get to 30 likes on this video. So it will be greatly appreciated if you guys can get this to 30 likes. All right. All right. So our topic today is going to be about belly fat. Yes. And typically every topic that I am talking about I will be talking about on these videos from here on in here on out are subjects and topics that are obviously important to me. Okay, because I've been going through a lot of these topics myself, and that's what made me a holistic practitioner. And now I know why God has had me, go through all the things I've gone through, is so I can basically help others. All right. Now, if you're looking for a one-on-one consultation or someone to basically be on your staff of wellness, guys, you can always contact me, and all of the information is in the description. Okay, you can also go to myholisticcounselor.com. okay, myholisticcounselor.com to get a holistic practitioner as well. All right, and it's very affordable. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, belly fat is so stubborn, right? It gets in the way, but it's more than just eating bad food. Oh my goodness, if my weight issues throughout my life were just about me eating bad food, I would be thin. Okay, because I don't eat bad food. I came across this meme. Memes are great, y'all. I came across this meme and it said, basically, you can eat healthy and do everything right, but if you don't get your mental correct, or if you don't get that spiritual correct, you're still going to not be the best you. Basically, that's what it said. And I basically identified with that. I was like, yes, this is true. And so because I saw that meme, I said, you know what? I'm going to have to change my whole kind of way of thinking. And so that's why I'm doing these videos now. Like I said, I'm going back to my roots. This is what I've been doing on social media for since 2016. And so this is what we're doing here. And I hope that this helps you guys out. But yes, belly fat is not just about, eating unhealthy food. Although eating unhealthy food is going to contribute to it, but it is not the only factor. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say it doesn't have a factor, because that's not the base root cause of our belly fat today. Is there anybody here who has PCOS? Is there anybody here who has any kind of wellness condition that makes them overweight? It could be a thyroid problem. It could be a hormonal problem. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the secret right now of what is going on with your body. Okay? I feel like it's a two-part thing. Of course, it's what you're doing externally. It's what you're eating, the food that you're eating on a daily basis, the beverages that you choose to drink on a daily basis. Yes. But it's also what's going on internally. And there is this thing called cortisol. And I have been talking about cortisol off and on for years. But during those times, I was brand new myself to the field of holistic. So I didn't have the full gamut of it. And so many years later, now I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So yes, cortisol is the stress hormone. It's usually coupled with another stress hormone called adrenaline. Adrenaline is produced by your adrenal glands, which sits right on top of your kidneys. You know the whole saying, you scared the you-know-what out of me? Okay? What are the two faculties that you usually want to do when you're scared or whatever? You want to immediately go to the bathroom. No matter what it is, you have to go to the bathroom. That is a stress indicator. Okay. And so if you're going throughout your life and you're constantly urinating and you're constantly having to go to the bathroom, that is your body really telling you that something is going on. And it is something not to necessarily worry about. It is something that you can possibly correct yourself. That's what holistic is about, okay? And with that being said, of course, you have to get those cortisol levels down. Now, it depends on how long they've been up. I am in my 40s. I can honestly say that my cortisol levels have been high my whole entire life. Probably since childhood, okay? Think about your childhood. I'm stepping into being your psychiatrist for 5 minutes, right? Think about your childhood. Think about all the things you had to endure during your childhood. Your mom or your dad might have broken up. Your mom was always working. Maybe your nutrition was down. Maybe you saw some things you had no business seeing. Maybe you were doing some things. Maybe you were around the wrong people. Or you could be listening to this and say, nah, sis, I can't relate. Okay? But if you have a cortisol problem, if you have a coping problem, meaning that you are always going through life trying to deal with your stress in negative ways, so I don't have to name them, you know what I'm talking about, then yes, it is coming from your childhood. And it's something that you've been doing forever. And your body has actually gotten used to it. Okay? So if you're listening to this, I have to give you a disclaimer. And the disclaimer is going to be this. The things that I say in this video, you have to understand, you may not be able to do them right away. You may have to do them, gradually. In fact, a nurse told me one day, she said, anything that you want to change in the body, you have to do it gradually. If you just out of gush stop, you could actually go through some real serious withdrawals. And you know how they say things get worse before they get better. Okay, I myself is going through this right now. I had to halt, change my ways, and because I was streaming, and I'm in my 40s, guys, and streaming is a lot of work. I mean, you guys think we just sit around and we just talk and we just do this and that, but it's like running a marathon. And I used to tell my husband, yes, I feel like after I get off a live, and the live might be an hour, it might be 2 hours. When I went on TT, you guys, I would stream for 5 hours, and I just thought that that would be a regular job for me. My body said no and gave me several signs to slow down. And so I had to do that. My first week, I felt like I was in rehab. Rehab was my home. Rehab was my bed, but I thought I was going through issues. You know, my heart was racing. I couldn't stay still. And then all of a sudden the next day I just was tired and this and that. I mean, I was going through stuff. In my sleep, I would sweat. I broke out in cold sweats or hot sweats, if you will. All right. And so to my ladies who are going through the big M, which is what? Menopause, which I'm pre-menopause, I'm in 40s and stuff, your body starts to do them changes and things like that. You know what I mean? I knew that was not right. I mean, my shirt, my undershirt or my sleeping shirt was drenched. And then my husband a few days ago, he said that he woke up drenched, one day. So I went through my side effects of stopping having, all of this, cortisol and stress. And then he went through his as well. And so we're both literally going through withdrawals. Yes. Everything that people try to do unnaturally, guys, our bodies actually do it naturally. Now, just because it does it naturally does not mean that it is good. It is not good to have stress all day or for decades straight. That's why you may look older. That's why you acquire different conditions and diseases, because you've never allowed your body to just chill and relax. Okay? And so I decided to do that. So you probably will not see me streaming live, but I'm able to push out more content, huh? Have you noticed? More videos. Yes, because I have the energy to do. Yes, so I was able to do more videos. I am able to do more videos because I am allotting my my stress levels. You know, I'm like, I'm not going to be stressing all day. And that's very beneficial for you guys because you're going to get some excellent information. Okay. And it's great for me because I'm happy doing this. Okay. But yeah, that's what I had to do. You know, a lot of us, we go and we do negative things to keep going. Your body is telling you you're tired. If you are tired, go with that feeling. You're tired. Rest. Now, I know I'm talking to a lot of people who work, you know, and I work too. I mean, work for myself, but I'm going to tell you, because I work for myself, I did not tell myself, okay, I need to get off at a certain time. You know, what really opened my eyes is that I put something on my page, okay? You guys have to follow us everywhere so you can get these, you know, great little, you know, our posts, okay? Because I post different things on all platforms. It's never the same, okay? And it said that, you know, 30 is, or 40 is a new 30 and 50 is a new 40. But honey, 9 p.m. is like 12 midnight. And so basically it's saying that the older we get, the more rest we need. And I know that a lot of people who watches us, we are, you know, of a particular age a lot, you know, because we can look at our, you know, insights, and it says who's watching and, you know, things like that. So that's why I'm making that statement. Not saying this information is not for the youth or not for younger people, but I know that people who listen to me is around my age or older, okay? And so we need rest. And so even though, you know, people say, well, you work for yourself, or someone, you know, you guys may have a boss, and I have a boss too. You get what I'm saying? You are able to have the weekends off, and you're able to have holidays off, and you can and because they tell you, okay, you have Christmas off. Well, when you're in business for yourself, honey, if you want to work Christmas, and honey, if you want to work every day in a year, you can do that, but you shouldn't, because it is going to abuse your body, and you're going to burn out. And so that's what I'm going through right now. I'm going through burnout, right? But I still have to pay the bills. I still have to perform. I still have to do what God has placed me on this earth to do, which is help others. So I'm pushing through. But I'm only telling this story because I know it's someone that is going to listen to it, and they're going to hear what I'm saying. And they're probably going through the same thing where they're feeling like, why can't I think? I'm going through mental burnout. I can't do my job. You can't even do the job that's delegated for you, where you have a specific amount of money an hour and all of that. You still can't perform because you are literally burnt out, and the body is telling you. But what you're doing, you're drinking coffee, right? Coffee makes the kidneys work harder. They're very detrimental on the kidneys. In high doses. Yes, it is. And you can do that research yourself. What are you doing? Putting more sugar. Sugar is going to increase cortisol. Sugar increases cortisol, guys. It really does. Do your own research. It increases adrenaline. And so with those things being said, you have to kind of go on a hiatus from all these things that are basically pushing you to keep going. But it's also basically telling your symptoms to be quiet. And so anything that we start to take, you know, that is going to dumb our symptoms down, is going to make the ultimate problem worse. Okay. And of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose or anything like that. You know, see your physician. And if you're having problems, whatever, make sure you see your boss, your physician. Okay. But I serve the ultimate physician, which is God. And God gives us information. He says that we perish for a lack of knowledge. Okay. And so just understand that's who I work for. And so that's my gift to you guys, to understand that these things are contributing to your problems. And so a lot of us, we just want to go ahead and we just want to pop something to take the pain away, whether it's over the counter or prescribed. We want to hurry up and mask it. But all the while, the issue is getting worse. And so that's what I'm doing. Now, I'm a cold turkey type girl. I've been doing cold turkey for a long time. Anything that I feel like is a problem, I just stop. I do not advise anyone else to do that. I do not. Because if you do not have the information, if you do not have the skill level, if you don't have the connection that I have to God, then no, that may not work. However, you pray about it. Any information you get from this channel, you're going to pray about it. You're going to go to God and you're going to say, God, you know, I heard this information. It really hit me hard. It hit me there. I feel like I agree. but I want to know what to do. And God will send you the information. He'll send you what to do. He'll guide your steps. I have to say that this is a spiritual channel, guys. So we come from the spiritual and the physical, guys, because you're nothing without the spiritual. The physical cannot work if the physical cannot work if the spiritual is not intact, honey. Okay, it is what it is. But yes, so you have to rest. Now let's get back to belly. Yes, all of this has to do with belly fat, because what happens is when you have high cortisol levels, your body is going to start storing. It's going to start storing for a rainy day. When you have to get, it's called a fight or flight situation. When you have to get out of the way of danger, does your body need to do what it doesn't need to, or it doesn't want to eat? It doesn't want to sleep. You know, you don't want to, if someone's chasing you down, honey, you don't want to sleep. So if you're having problems with sleeping, that is an indicator that you could be having problems with cortisol. Okay? And what do? They tell you to take melatonin and all of this and all of that, right? You're just masking the situation. I have a bottle of melatonin in the back of my bed. I was looking at it. God was like, no. I remember back in 2017, I was having problems with sleeping, and I was on all kinds of things. I was on melatonin and a natural thing called hops. And don't do it. Don't do it, because, you know, sleeping mechanisms and things like that help you sleep, over time, your body will become resistant, okay, and dependent. And then you're just no different than anybody else out here, any other celebrity, anybody we've heard about throughout the years, okay, that has issues with what? Having sleep. And so when you start to incorporate things to make you sleep, then yes, you're no better than them over time. Okay, who's some celebrities that had issues with sleeping? I think Prince, Michael Jackson, everybody. I'm sure Brandy, everybody, because she always in the hospital every few years for burnout. There are a lot of people out here, celebrities. Of course, they have to perform all of the time. I've heard even Beyonce say that she, you know, they have to get, you know, used to different time zones and things. There's a video out here of Michael Jackson saying, hey, I hate the tour. He couldn't stand it because it's different time zones and he couldn't sleep. And eventually you have to basically take things to make you sleep. Just recently, Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay, I cannot stand calling a grown man Shay Shay, okay? Shannon Sharp, you guys, all right? What happened to Shannon Sharp, the NFL player? Let's just keep it real. But he said that, you know, Kat said, hey, he has problems with sleeping, so he has to do certain things to help him to sleep. So when you're having these problems with sleeping and relaxing and you're working all the time and you're coursing all of this through your system, then yes, you're going to have more belly fat. Some of it is going to come from the fact that you're not digesting. Look at yourself or think about yourself. How many times are you eliminating a week? Okay, the higher your cortisol is, the less you're going to eliminate. You're going to put weight on. Ladies with issues with reproductive problems, okay, you might have little fibroids and things like that. Did you know that fibroids comes from an extra, an overabundance of estrogen, okay? Do your research. What are we eating? We're eating all kinds of things like that. You know, cut that chicken out your diet. If you have fibroids, cut the chicken out your diet. You may see some improvement. I have to say that, okay? Yeah, and so if you're not eliminating, and eliminating is how we get rid of estrogen, ladies. All that nasty estrogen that builds and builds. Estrogen is great in small doses, but in high doses, it can be really, really bad. Like, I'm going back, you guys, and this was literally like a random line in What Women Want. But at one point, I think her name was, what's her name? It's not Layla Rashawn, it's Loretta Devine, I think. And she walked by and said, estrogen is good for the heart, but bad for the chest. Okay? Yes, but she used another word, but I can't use that. Okay? But yes, so high estrogens are not good for you. Yes, you know, that's why after, you know, menopause, you know, they say the number one, you know, issue for women as far as their life is heart disease. And so over time, estrogen gets low, too low, and then it affects your heart. Okay, so you know that's a whole nother situation, guys. And I know I have a lot of people who are in perimenopause and menopause, and yes, we're going to talk about menopause as well. I think that's going to be probably one of my videos that I'll do in the near future. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with this, guys. And I'm literally saying this from the top of my head, guys. I'm not looking at anything. I'm literally talking from the heart, and you guys probably can tell because I'm just speaking with passion, almost as much as I do for the So Chanel Chronicles. But the So Chanel Chronicles was a big, huge stress on me. Yes, I basically, let me tell you guys a backstory. When I started the So Chanel Chronicles, it was literally, you know, for me watching her for a long time, right? And if you guys don't know who So Chanel Chronicles are, or who So Chanel is, guys, check out the Chronicles, guys. All right, I might put it up above right here for you guys to check it out after you watch this video, okay? But I noticed some things was going on within maybe 3 or 4 months of me doing the So Chanel Chronicles, okay? And it kind of came to the head this year. I said, man, you know, my stress levels, because when you're talking about negativity all of the time, guys, it does do something to you. So being a reporter, being a journalist, being a blogger, you know how many bloggers I've seen, or you know, newscasters who have passed away from different diseases? I can name some, you know, and I'm sure in your town, you know, everybody's news anchors and stuff are, depending on who you or where you're located, you're gonna be different. Okay, but yeah, they have a lot of issues. It's because they're literally reporting negative news every day for 30 or 25 years. Because, honey, once you're an anchor, aren't you? They stay on them things forever. But yeah, just reporting on negativity or doing negative. I'm talking to my health professionals. I'm talking to my teachers, my high stress people, my law enforcements, and I don't know, what do you guys do? Put in the comments. But my mail carriers, those are very high stress jobs, and they are on a lot of medications, and they're on a lot of things to help them to keep going. So when you are aware of that, you can basically do things to help counteract and lower your stress levels. Okay, I've seen people who are very thin everywhere else, but their gut is the most biggest part of their body. That is what you call cortisol belly. There's a book out here that I actually was reading and things like that. I put it down. I have it in my Audible, and I also have it in my Kindle, guys. Go get that. Amazon, guys. Go in the description. You can actually get a discount on subscribing to Audible and Kindle. But there's a book out there called The Wheat Belly. And it's very, very enlightening. And there's another book that I'm reading now called Inflammation. Inflammation, not information, but inflammation. And if you guys didn't know this, inflammation is a curse. It is a curse. It's in the Bible. All you got to do is go to Google and say, what does the Bible say about inflammation? And read it. Okay, that's why I love this informational age and the age of all of these things that are out here to help you get information faster. Because God said that we perish for a lack of knowledge. And boy, this is the time to have knowledge, isn't it? Because this world is really, really changing. And so we need as much info out there to stay ahead of the game. Okay, but yes, so get your stress levels down. I'm not going to hold you guys too much. We can do another video on stress, because literally this is like a 10-part series. Stress is a 10-part video. Ain't no way I can talk about all the things in one video. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope this gets to you in great health. And if you are going through something, I pray that this video gets you on the road to recovery. All right. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Take care.